At the time, I was only 6 years old, and I was pretty much clueless about the whole situation. But my parents basically told me, Kobe, you're going to an Italian school, we want you to learn a new language, and when you're young, you just basically do whatever your parents tell you to do with no questions asked. So I said, fine, I'm gonna learn this new language, which I did. I can speak Italian fluently. And I met a lot of new faces, a lot of interesting people, and Italy became my home. My heart is there, my heart will always be there. So it's very hard. My father told us that he's retiring from the game of basketball and that it was time for us to come back to America. I didn't want to come back, and my sisters didn't want to come back. But it was very hard getting adjusted simply because I had a lot of trouble understanding English and the slang. But one thing I had in common with some of my other students and classmates was basketball. And unfortunately, because of the lack of communication with my peers, I wasn't invited to parties or friendly gatherings on the weekend. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I would go in my rec room with my basketball and basically dribble myself to sleep. And I think that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me.
Gentlemen, with your game of the day, give it up today for your away team. Bring it on to the court, the Celtics. Those Celtics will be reversing the home team today, the Lakers.
Hey, you know what? I got time. I can do, you know?
All right, welcome to the Boys 7 to 9 League. Jeff Russell here with Charles Babb on the camera. Thank you, Charles, for volunteering. And we just saw a really exciting game of the girls 5th and 6th as the Cardinals stayed perfect. Celtics coming in at 2-1. Lakers at 0-3, looking for their first win. And that didn't take long. Mason Kirkner to get things going. Two nothing. Here's Hackenburg. To Perry. Maxwell, quick passing, looking for Horst underneath, but Caden Musser saw it the whole way. Brody Torrance, player of the game for first 2 wins for the Celtics. Here we go, Hackenburg. Watched his younger brother Landon earlier today. Another loss for the Chargers, unfortunately, so close. All 3 of their losses have all been close. The boys 5th and 6th. But the Lakers just having a really difficult time this year putting the ball in the hoop, and they have weapons on this team. There's one of them, DAMIAN Perry. And Perry is going to go to the line. I think they're going to get Watkins, and yes. So joining us soon should be the upward goat, Ronan Casey. Supposed to be here at 10, running late. Nice shot by Perry. This year, the Casey's moved a little south, a couple hours away. Stolen by Perry. DAMIAN, short. And ball's going to stay. Or, sorry, going to go the other way to the Celtics. Celtics had two, both of their wins were really close. There's Torrance for three. Oh, good. Watkins. Kirkner. Noel back to Torrance. Kirkner underneath looking for help. Found Watkins. They're going to have to set back up. Good defense by the Lakers. Not making it easy. Noel's going to pull for three. That's all. Maxwell comes down with it. Hoover underneath. And we're going to have a sub come in. So Benjamin Eberly. Five bench players for the Celtics. And 3 bench players for the Lakers. Here's Torrance. Good luck, missed it. Musser came down with it. Caden Musser definitely hit a growth spurt in the offseason. Here's Torrance again, and this time Brody makes them pay. That's what Amir likes to see. 5-1, Celtics up. Hackenburg to Watkins. Or Perry, Perry's going to pull the trigger for three. He missed. And it's just a frustrating start to the season for the Lakers. Eberly. A lot of passing. Torrance for three. No good. Nice offensive rebound, Kirkner. Boy, Mason Kirkner really came to play today. You can see the look in his eye. Back to Torrance, another three. And this time he hits it. I think they're going to start to respect that. Ronan Casey's very familiar with that. The 2021 championship. The Raptors just did not respect Casey's three, and Sixers went on to win that. Underneath, Maxwell. Good job, Amir. And the Lakers don't have a choice. They have got to get Amir Maxwell into this offense. Kirkner drives, slams into Hackenburg. He's going to go to the line and shoot two. Coach, do you want to mic up? I have a few questions for you.
Sure, go ahead. Not much to say, but.
And Kirkner misses the first. So, Coach, you have your toughest matchup coming up.
Yeah.
You're going to be taking on the Knicks, and they're going to have Connor Stoltzfus in this one.
Absolutely.
Do you have a game plan? Anything different? Same?
No, I usually stay about the same. I don't. My team's I got enough talent. I can spread it around. That's a big thing. Just keep it as even as possible on the court.
Do you know if Isaiah Lapp will be present?
From what I understand, my son was telling me he's going to be there.
So Lapp made all the difference in the world in week 3, but without Lapp in week 2, let's see what you did here.
Yeah,
you lost to this team here in red.
Yeah, only by 2.
In the blue team, the Celtics, and that was a 29-27. You're right.
Yeah.
So you still put up a good fight without Isaiah.
I was very happy with the performance, even without Isaiah. That was a great team, good effort. I got a lot of well-rounded skills.
So if we take a look at your lineup, I mean, the Rimmer brothers, they got to be wonderful to have.
Speed and, great control. Great control.
And Ben, a great three-point shooter.
Yeah.
But how about Uriah Smucker?
You know, he was a surprise this year. I know this is his first time in this league, and he is definitely a hidden talent. Next year, he won't be so easy to get a hold of, I guarantee it.
Yeah, we have not seen Jedi at Upward. This is the first year that I've seen him.
Yeah, he's pretty even talent with Isaiah. He's probably got just a little bit less speed, but he's just as good.
Well, you're going to have your hands full.
Oh, yeah.
You got Drew Blasinski on that team, Connor Stoltzfus.
I know. I watched them the other day. Yeah, they have quite a bit well-rounded talent as well.
Who are you going to have sticking Seth Wentling?
It'll either be Isaiah or Jariah, more than likely.
That's good. It's going to be a challenge. Seth is probably the tallest player in the league. There's King missing it. Going the other way. 2 minutes to go in the first. Perry. Miss. Dallas Schans is out there. Boy, Brody Torrance is so fast. Perry with Torrance in his face. Giving him a hard time. Now King steps up. Loose. Torrance on a fast break. And lays it in. And Brody makes it look easy. What was it like facing the Celtics last week?
I was a little skeptical. I wasn't sure exactly what was coming out of that one.
So without Isaiah, what was the game plan?
Just basically stay as controlled as possible with the game and the ball. We try to control the ball as much as possible, knowing that if I gave them the ball, they're going to score. And I'm pretty impressed with the team. They have a really good control. Yeah, that was pretty much the plan, was control the ball as much as possible for as much time as possible.
I'm not sure what happened there, but did Damian Perry just throw the ball out of bounds?
I'm not positive.
On purpose?
I did not see that.
Not sure. And maybe we were talking, didn't really catch it, but either way, ball's going to go to the Celtics. It's been a frustrating season. So if anybody knows about frustrating seasons, you certainly do.
It's all fun. I love watching the boys improve all through the season. It's amazing to watch them grow. They can get some serious talent going.
So you had the Cougars back in the boys' 5th and 6th. And I'm trying to remember what happened after the Cougars. Did you coach every year?
I do, every year. I've had 2 boys.
I know you had the Clippers last year.
Yeah.
Do you remember who was in between the Cougars and Clippers?
No, I don't.
Trying to remember
they all
myself.
meld together.
Get confused with all the team names.
Oh, yeah.
40 seconds ago in this one, and it's been all Celtics as the Lakers' struggles continue. Leyva Concepcion into the game. Here's Hoffmann. Caden Tack being harassed by Jaden King. I think they're going to get King here. That's got to hurt.
Yeah.
How does Spence like playing in the league?
He loves it. It's
been a long time, right, in this league?
Yes, it has. He loves it. His older brother played here, so he loves every bit of it.
Oh, there's another Bab player.
Oh, yeah.
Maxwell.
Yeah, we were playing for quite a few years.
So tell us about the older brother.
Well, now he is. He graduated college and is in the military as an officer in Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh,
and yeah, I know.
Nice. How old is he?
He's 22.
22.
Yeah, he played first when Upward first started here. When the Nerones were.
Could you give us an Upward history lesson here?
Woo,
what do
no,
you
I
remember?
don't know about history, but well, let's see. We started when my son was at 7 to 9. They just started 7 to 9 when he came in, and then.
I'm sorry. What was his name? The oldest.
Seth.
Seth. Okay.
Yep. Seth. He started at 7 to 9, and then well, he started a lot earlier than that.
So what year would he? What year did he join the 7 to 9? If you had to guess, roughly.
Fifth grade, probably somewhere in that area.
So 2015 or earlier?
Oh no, it was earlier than that. It was like 2006 or 7.
Okay.
Yep.
So Seth Babb was into the league.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he loved it too.
Did he get a championship ring? from what you remember?
We didn't win. Well, so we only had 2 teams at the time.
Oh, so New Holland Upward started with 2 teams?
Oh, yeah, 7 to 9. Yeah, we only had 2 teams.
Was it Darren Parry running the show back then?
No, it wasn't.
Someone else.
Man, I can't think of his name. He was another youth pastor. He was the first youth pastor before Darren.
Was it at the NAS?
Yes. It was. Well, so it was our first year here.
At CFC?
Yeah. Believe it or not, I helped Brian take over here because I brought it here because I didn't see a reason why. At the time, we weren't using this court.
So you had a lot to do with Upward being at CFC?
I had a lot of it to do, yeah.
Wow.
Then I sucked Brian into it, and now he's all in control.
Okay, wonderful.
Because I coached his son when he was here.
What's his son's name? Is it Nate? Does he have a son, Nate?
Zane? I want to say it was Zane or something like that. I don't know. It's been a while. A lot of names.
Folks, you're getting a great New Holland Upward history lesson here that we're not going to get from anyone else like this. Here's Hoover. Missed it. Celtics up 11-5. So started off with 2 teams. About how many players would you say on each team?
We had maybe 7.
7 on each team.
I think my team actually only had 7 at the time. And the other team had 8.
So that was your first year at Upward, was the first year at CFC. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep.
And that was because of you. So that I guess they were playing over at the NAS then.
Oh yeah, they were playing at the NAS. Yeah, I think we rotated a game or 2 over there as well. But yeah, we were playing here whenever we had an opportunity.
Okay, so that was what, 2005 you said?
Yeah, somewhere in that area.
Okay.
Don't quote me on dates.
Pastor Doug still the pastor here?
Yes, he was.
Carter Watkins. So when did the league start to expand? How about the next year? Can you remember back?
Yeah, we actually started exploding at that point in time. Like after our first year of 7 and 9, I think we had picked up 4 teams by that time because there was a lot of boys that wanted to play basketball, just weren't getting into it. And at that point with the age, it just exploded after that. We started picking up a lot of players. And I think, the focus was about the players. And that made a big difference for us in the league. I think the league got a lot of popularity because of that.
And when did Darren Parry come into the league?
Probably right near the very end as my son was getting ready to leave. As he aged out, it was at that time, I think Parry took over, Darren.
Roughly 2010, 11?
11, somewhere like that. Yeah, it's about right, 10 or 11.
And the league just keeps growing, huh?
I know, and we just keep, we pick up a couple more teams every year because we just pull in more boys.
8 teams this year.
And more girls too now. Our girls are starting to grow.
Yeah, okay. We got to get the girls 7 and 9 to grow.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a fantastic game, folks. If you want to see some exciting basketball, 2 new girls have come into the league, Gabby Morales and Nicole Torres, and they are fun to watch. Check them out at 1 o'clock. Here's Torrance again.
Very nice.
Brody just feeling it today. 3:36 left to go first half. I'm here with Charles Babb, head coach of the 76ers. Their game coming up at noon. Kirkner missed the layup. Musser underneath. Brody missed. And Horst rips it down. Outlet for Maxwell. Amir. So what's it like to coach Isaiah Lapp? What's he like outside of the game?
He is such a team player. He has so much skill, and yet he is so willing to share the ball with all the players. I think that it just amplifies his ability so much more.
We, as a 7th grader, we've never had a 7th grader be the regular season MVP, and Isaiah, quite an accomplishment.
Yes.
If you think of all the 9th graders in that league, to become the regular season MVP as a 7th grader just shows a tremendous talent.
It also shows the talent we got coming up in guard spot. My goodness, he is going to be such a player.
So is he would he be middle school?
Yes.
8th grade?
Middle school.
Okay.
Middle school basketball. But yeah, he is just, wow.
Were you at the Mannheim Central game?
No, I kind of wish I was. My wife was showing me the YouTube or Facebook off of one of the friends that Facebooked it. And I was like, wow, we missed out on that one.
Christian Horst. Yeah, they had a player, number 1. He was just fantastic. In fact, he dunked it. It's my first dunk that I've witnessed in a while. There's Torrance again, and Brody again. He may set the 3 record here. I don't know, we don't have that record.
No.
Probably Ronan Casey who owns it. He'll be here soon. There's Zack Martin. Zack, nicely done.
Very nice.
That's what Mike Good wants to see. Torrance, another 3, missed it. How about Isaiah's 3-point ability?
You know, at first I'm really skeptical about 3-pointers sometimes, and that's my flaw. I don't like having the boys shoot too much because it kind of gives the other team the advantage if we miss. But he can hit. Well, I have probably 3 players that can hit from the distance at any time, and so I've been a lot more freelance about that, and that's probably improved me a lot. But yeah, so Isaiah, Jariah, Ben, all 3 of them can hit 3-pointers without even hardly looking.
Another player that intrigues me is Eli Ramirez. Plays with a lot of spunk, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got an engine. I think his problem is he gets carried away and gets really aggressive. If you watch him under the court sometimes, he gets so aggressive.
He does, and entering the building is the GOAT. Can we get a shot of him? And there he is in the gray. There's Horst underneath, Kirkner. Ronan Casey has entered the building. 19-11 with 1:46. Kane, missed. Hoover rips it down. Jedi. Can you squeeze in there?
Yeah, I can move over.
So we got a full house today. So we're going to be able to bring you all the technical goodies here. Thanks to the volunteers. Coach Babb. Horst again. And the Lakers starting to make a comeback here. And a travel. Coach, good talking to you.
Yeah.
So we just got a great history lesson of the beginning of New Holland upward, folks. And Charles Babb had a lot to do with it. 2 teams, 2005. And Seth Babb. And Concepcion and Horst pulling at it. The 2 big men. Horst may be having his best game ever right now at Upward. I believe he has 6 points. Here's the man they need to stop. Just hit, I think he's got 4 threes already today, Brody Torrance. He's, he may break Ronan Casey's record. Ronan, thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Ronan Casey here, folks. Ronan, how many 3-pointers in the boys 7 and 9? Who has the most threes in a game?
I was going to ask. I don't even know
We do
what my
not have that
record is.
recorded.
We don't?
Officially, no. We do not. So if you had to guess.
I'd assume Lance probably hit 5 at some point.
I remember you had quite a few a couple times. You ever hit 6 in your best game?
I don't think so. Maybe
what about
I
the
have.
snowstorm scrum? So that was 64-19.
That's a lot of points. So it's highly likely that there were a lot
Lance
of threes
may
taken.
have done it that day.
And that was Lance's team, I think.
Yeah. That was the
Obviously, Lance is probably one of the best shooters.
2020 Sixers.
Yeah, that's right. 2020
So February 2020, the snowstorm scrum.
That was insane. Was it 4-on-4?
It was 5-on-4. Well, I think they did play 4-on-4.
Yeah, they played 4-on-4.
That was the Sixers and Nets. The late, great Arden Landis. His Nets team with Jarrell Gaiman.
I don't think he realized that he got fouled.
So 49 seconds ago and a half.
He doesn't realize he's shooting 2 free throws here.
And right now, they do not have an answer for Brody Torrance, player of the game in week 1 and 2. And losing last week. Horst.
Yeah, nice.
Christian to continue. A career game for Horst. We knew he had it in him.
Oh my goodness, how do I do this? Oh, there we go.
And what started to look like a blowout has now become a game. And a lot to do with Christian Horst stepping up.
Well, they have to get in front of him if they don't want him to score every play.
Oh, folks, if Christian Horst just discovered something, this is going to be a whole brand new Laker team. Hackenburg. Yes, Jaxon! Making Amanda proud. They have to take him out to Chick-fil-A for that shot, Amanda. 20 seconds left. Torrance for another three, just missed. King, 15 seconds. Back to Torrance. Brody for his 5th three. No. Hoover has it. Hoover. The Lakers have come alive, folks.
Is that Gabriel Hoover?
That is not Gabriel.
Oh.
That is Jedi Hoover.
Okay.
From Costa Rica. Well, that's it. So after one half of play, Anne-Marie Bowie clinging on by 2. What was a blowout. Stay tuned for Pastor Doug's message.
Hi, I'm Steph Rosen. I'm the pastor here at Christian Fellowship Church, and we are just delighted to be able to host Upwards, as we've been doing for many years here on the weekends, also during the week for practices. Glad that you come out to support your child, your grandchild, your niece, your nephew, whoever it might be. I was reading recently about something that came out over 20 years ago. It was a documentary entitled Supersize Me. Maybe you remember it. It's featured a 32-year-old man by the name of Morgan Spurlock who decided that he was going to eat McDonald's every day, 3 times a day for a whole month to see what happens. Well, not surprisingly, he gained 25 pounds. His cholesterol also went through the roof, and he almost suffered liver failure. So the moral is, eat at Burger King, not McDonald's, right? Well, seriously, we know, right? Especially as adults, we know we need to take care of our bodies. We need to be careful what we eat. When I was the age of some of these young people here, I didn't care what I ate, when I ate it, how much I ate. It didn't seem to affect me. And then somewhere in my 30s, I think it was, I began to notice the ill effects of eating in that way. But I wonder, as much as some of us are concerned, if we're concerned at all about what we eat and our bodies, are we concerned at all about our soul? What are we feeding our soul? This theme that we're exploring this year is My Heart Cries Home, and today, the room in the home is the dining room. Many years ago, God said to Joshua, the faithful servant of Moses, this book of the law, that is the word of God, shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. According to this verse, in order to have success, and I think most people want to be successful, the Bible needs to be a major part of your diet. What's more, you need to do what it says, not just listen to it. So, this may mean you need to change your diet. You may have to stop feeding your heart and your mind the wrong sort of food for thought. Stop binging on mental junk food, what you watch, what you listen to, and start feasting on the riches of God's spiritual food. Many of you know the name, if you follow NFL football, it is the name of John Harbaugh. Any Ravens fans here this morning? No? Well, tomorrow the Ravens are going to play the Kansas City Chiefs for the opportunity to go to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. And in an interview that John Harbaugh gave recently, he said this: to me, success is in alignment with God. He knows what our true desires are, what our purpose is. So trying to find that purpose through connection with God, being connected and filled with the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit, that is success. Walking with Christ comes down to trust. I trust God's will, His plan. As much as anything, I try to put it in His hands. because when you look back, you can see where he's brought you. In 16 seasons that John Harbaugh has coached the Baltimore Ravens, they've been to the playoffs 11 times. That's a pretty good track record of success by NFL standards. But John Harbaugh also realizes that the only success that will truly matter is success in the eyes of God. I wonder, how about you? Are you seeking success God's way? In your life, in your marriage, in your family, in what you do for a living. The way God defines success is by making His word, His standards, His values, and His priorities preeminent in your life. Many today follow the world's model of success, chasing the almighty dollar, etc. And yet, invariably, that leads to disappointment. Not just in this life, but if you continue to follow that path and you continue to stiff-arm God, then someday you will experience eternal disappointment and regret. The choice is yours. I want to encourage you, if you don't have a home church, please come visit us. We have 3 services tomorrow, 8:15, 9:30, 10:45. We also have programs for every age throughout the week. Lots of opportunities to connect, to learn about how you can be successful in life through God's Word. Would you bow with me in prayer? Father, thank you this morning for this opportunity. Thank you for these that came out to encourage their children, grandchildren, niece, or nephew. We just thank you for this facility you've given us to use and enjoy. We pray your blessing on these young people. Give them safety as they play and enjoy themselves. And Lord, may all of us who are here be serious about seeking success your way. We ask this all in the precious name of Jesus. Amen. Thanks for your attention. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Now to the other big news in the world of sports. Basketball superstar Kobe Bryant announcing his retirement last night, saying this season, his 20th in the NBA, will be his last.
Posting this poetic farewell to the game on the Players Tribune. Dear basketball, he writes, this season is all I have left to give. My heart can take the pounding. My mind can handle the grind. But my body knows it's time to say goodbye.
Tonight, Kobe Bryant bids goodbye to the Lakers and his fans.
And thousands of fans, lucky enough, they're there to say goodbye in person. They have tickets to tonight's big game at Staples Center.
Back for the second half. And we got a good one, folks. Here's Torrance. And that's his 4th. We'll have to go back and count. I don't know if that's 4 or 5. Brody Torrance is going to set the 3-point record today if it keeps this pace.
Eberly has played 2-3 zone almost every year that I've seen her coach a boys team, and one of the main problems with 2-3 zone is that there are a lot of open spots along the three-point line, and if you're playing against a good shooting team, it's going to be tough to win. But
I don't know who her assistant coach is. Charles, do you know who that is? The assistant. Probably one of the fathers. Horst, who really is having a career day. For one over the head, and that's going to go the other way. Ronald, I'd like to get your analysis of number 14, Brody Torrance. He is just having a sensational season. Definitely going to be in the conversation for the regular season MVP. Player of the game, week 1 and 2. 4 or 5 3-pointers today. Fast, really fast. Great player all around. Probably his size is the only knock against him.
He's not that much shorter than anyone else. I mean, he's definitely shorter than some people, but not enough to make it a big hindrance. I mean, Isaiah Lapp was like a lot shorter than people last year.
Perry all over Kirkner. We're going to see Isaiah in the big games at 12 o'clock today. The Knicks and Sixers, you may be looking at a championship preview at 12 o'clock, folks. You're not going to want to miss that one. Here's Musser. Underneath Torrance, missed a wide open layup. I know he wants that one back. Hackenburg. There's Jaxon. Stopped by Noel. And there's Torrance with a steal. Here's his speed. Torrance blows by the defense and lays it in.
Yeah, this kid's really good, Jeff. He's really good.
With speed like that, it's really hard to stop a fast break. That's it. And we're going to have an ejection here, unfortunately.
Foul. He just got ejected. That was interesting.
Oh, we saw earlier, we were talking, but it looked like he just tossed the ball into the crowd in the middle of play, DAMIAN. So something definitely was going on today with DAMIAN from earlier. We weren't sure if that's what happened. But sometimes the league this competitive, tempers can flare. Ronan, for back in your day, do we remember any incidents, tempers flaring? So you played mainly your 7th and 9th league through the 2020, 2023.
I don't remember anything major happening. I do remember when I was in 7th through 9th, when I was in 9th grade, there was a crazy incident in the finals of the 5th and 6th, but I never remember anything happening like while I was on the court or even really in that league.
Things have gotten heated, but
Brian keeps it cool. He doesn't really. Once it starts getting a little out of hand, he'll bring everyone back in.
I don't think Brian's here.
You don't think he is? I saw him.
Is he? I don't know if he just saw that incident.
I think he just walked out with.
Okay.
Because I talked to him when I showed up.
Here's Hoover. Anne-Marie up 7. Jedi underneath. Maxwell also having a career game. And this is the first time that we're seeing offense from the Lakers all season. They're 0-3. And Christian, Horst, and Maxwell are stepping up. I guess probably the last time we saw a temper flare might have been the 2020 boys 5th and 6th Billy Pyle incident.
That's what I was talking about, the 2021 season where he pushed the kid into the wall. Yeah.
Okay. 2021, you're right. And that was accidental. I still believe that was 100% accidental. Not everybody believes that, but knowing Billy, and it went back and looked at it, and as late as a push as it was, just a lot of momentum by Gaiman.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It definitely was blown a little bit out of proportion by the reaction to it.
Well, of course, when you get pushed, you don't know how it happened. All you know is that you got pushed.
Yeah.
And you can overreact very easily. Here's Hoffmann ahead to Eberly. Benjamin, younger brother of Ethan. Is there another Eberly out there? Can't remember.
I think there's an even younger Eberly. I'm pretty sure.
I have to look that one up. Here's King. And too many steps, Jaden. Jaden doesn't like the call. Not sure why. It looked like a good call to me. We've seen quite a few travels this year. Much more than I've ever witnessed an upward. Not sure what's gotten into the water, maybe. Maybe it's the new sausages that they offer at the cafeteria. Everybody's excited. Here's King. Jaden, oh, they're lucky he doesn't get a technical right there. Fidel's being very kind.
I guess so. Interesting to not give someone a tech after you just ejected someone else.
Fidel, I know he loves talking about the sausage sandwich that they have back there. He was just talking to me about it. He's excited. He's waiting to eat. There's Hoover. Crosses to his left. In the paint. Got a shot off. Maxwell. Martin could get it. Here's King. Has Hoffmann ahead of him. Hoover right in his face. I think they're going to get Jedi.
This blue team's pretty good, Jeff.
Well, the Celtics.
Celtics
started out 2-0.
Okay.
They won both games. The first one by 1 point, the next one by 2 points. They beat Charles Babb's 76ers without Isaiah. Barely. And they were off to a big lead in this one, but with Hoover and Maxwell stepping up. And there's Kane! And that's for 3. Jaden King. His first three-pointer of the year. There's Caden Tack underneath. Missed it. Hoover. Put it in. Christian Horst on the bench. Not sure what's going on here.
A little bit of confusion.
One of the interesting things in the girls 7-9 league is the Liberty. For some reason, the girls have it programmed that they, after a basket, they must give it to the referee. And they're wasting so much time.
Because the clock runs.
And the clock's running.
You only give the ball to the ref on a dead ball.
There's Amir Maxwell continuing his career day. So, my wife's frustrated with the Liberty. Coach Stark's going to join us here. Coach Stark, very well.
Got one of my former assistants with you over here. How you doing, Mr. Casey?
Hello, the Stallions assistant Roman Casey is here.
He gave me the great scouting reports every week.
Coach Stark.
And talk trash a lot, too, yes. Bulletin board material.
Not me.
Bulletin board material,
So, Coach Stark, you're sitting at 3-0, the only undefeated team in the league. Is there any other team that concerns you more than anyone else? Any other team in particular?
The Sixers, our team next week, is a really good, talented team. I respect their players and their coaches, so that should be a good game for us next week.
You're going to be on the road against the Sixers, but you got a tough one, or you got an easy one today. You're going to be playing an 0-3 team. So, at the buzzer.
I don't want the boys to take that for granted. They know they're 0-3, but you got to go out and they got to play our game. We got to go out there and out hustle and outwork the other team. And if we do that, we're going to be in every game. Our biggest thing is we're going to work on some things today to get us ready for next week. And they know that. The boys know that already. So.
Is Jaden Vega going to be back from Guatemala?
He's back and he's looking good. You can see his confidence. He really just needed confidence. He's one of my defensive stoppers. He's taken on those roles. These boys are understanding what their roles are. They might all be good scorers, but they all do their roles. They're doing well. He is back. We've got some defenses where he's going to be standing out today. Yep.
We know, of course, Jesse and Preston, who have gotten co-players of the game every week. The two of them being tremendous, but you got a good supporting cast, and that's what's making you 0-3 or 3-0 right now.
It's those other role players. It's Josh. It's Gabe. Gabe Lapp is such a good learner. He has such great questions out there. His smarts are there. Of course, he's related to Isaiah Lapp. Two of them are relatives, so you can see the bloodline is there. But Gabe has done a great job for us, and he's going to be a key next week for us as well. So, yeah, look, I'm missing one guy today. I wanted to tell you that I'm missing Alan. He's away at some school-related function, so I'll have 8 guys this week.
So Alan Ewell will be gone. How about Caden Buckwaller? Will he be back?
They're all here. Yeah, they're all here.
Coach Eric Stark of the Jazz, 3-0, looking for that first ring, Coach. How much is that ring going to mean if you do get one?
Oh, it's satisfying. But just watching the boys get better every week and growing. As long as they do that, I'm happy. We just want to give our best effort every week and be competitive. So if I get that, I'm happy.
So, Coach, let's talk about something that just happened. We had an ejection here. Did you witness it?
I did not.
We were comparing it to the 2021 Billy Pyle incident. So, if a player lost their temper, which happened here, you as a coach, what do you say to that player? They get ejected out of the game, they lose their temper. What's something coaching advice you could give?
Well, this is a Christian league, and I always felt like that should be a Christ-like move. If it's not a Christ-like situation, then you need to talk to them about that. And in fact, you can't lose your temper. You can get upset, but you got to, in real life, things are going to happen to you too. So you got to keep your calm with that too. You got to sit down, you got to learn from it. And I had guys last year, Carson had temper problems occasionally, and we would talk it through, and he came back and he grew from it. He was a great player for me last year. We had incidences where we had to talk to each other. But yeah, you can't let it get that far. And if it is, there's got to be a consequence. That's how they learn.
So what advice would you give to Coach Slaughter? He's going to have to talk to the player. What do you say to him? What do you do with practice? Do you even bring it up? Do you call the parents? What do you do?
I think I would talk to the parents a little bit and explain it. He may run a little bit more in practice, but it's more or less the talking, just saying, we need you out there on the court. You can't lose your cool. And again, it goes back to real life. You're going to have instances in real life where things don't go your way, and you can't lose your temper that much. So I didn't have to see it. It's about not hurting your opponent. It's about playing well between the lines on the court or the field. But when it's done, you shake hands, you tip your cap to the other team. But yeah, you got to talk to them about keeping their cool, because we need you out there in the court, not sitting out.
What did you guys say to Carter Gaiman after the incident in 2021?
That was a tough one. He was very upset about it. You know, it's just the things happening, and it's unfortunate in life when things don't always go your way. And we were just thankful he wasn't hurt. It wasn't hurt worse.
Is there anything in particular that was said to Carter? It looked like he kept his composure after that. And in fact, we watched the replay last night, and twice the same exact play happened after that, but no pushing involved. Is there anything was anything in particular said to Carter?
Just keep playing your game. Keep playing your game. You know, and they'll call it if it's there. But yeah, it was unfortunate. Before the game, they were very chirpy too. I told the refs to watch it. It shouldn't have gone that far.
Okay, Coach Eric Stark, thank you for joining us. So we are here at a good one, folks.
They're tied. Yeah, I was going to say.
27-27, and we are knotted up. Christian Horst and Amir Maxwell and Brody Torrance are all having career days. That's the 6 threes for Torrance.
I'd love to know what his percentage is, because he's definitely taken a lot, but he's also definitely made a lot.
Put the Celtics ahead 3. Outlet for Kirkner. And that was the ball to hit the door, not Kirkner. Sounded bad.
Why do we keep giving Eric Stark time on the mic? He's going to get bounced in the second round every year.
Oh, now we got some trash talk going on.
What are we doing?
Well, we got our first timeout. Let's get a little lesson on boxing out.
This is a 3-second box out drill. Boxing out is extremely important as it finishes our defensive possession. Now this drill, we're going to start off with partners, as you see here. Okay, we're going to feel the opposition with low base, elbows out, arms up. The offensive player is going to try to get the ball. The defensive player has to hold them from getting the ball for 3 seconds. One very important point to make is you have to start the drill with contact. If you don't have contact on your offensive player, if I'm just here, if I'm not touching, you can go right around and get the ball. Get low, arms wide, eyes up.
All right, we're back. 3:27 left to go in a 3-point game. This has been a great one today. In fact, all 3 games today have been really, really close. The Chargers lost their 3rd, but another close loss in the boys' 5th and 6th. Anne-Marie got down 10-0 with her Cardinals, came back. Lexi Zentner had an amazing game. There's Torrance for his 7th 3, missed it. Torrance again, and this time he hits it. 7 3-pointers for Brody, and that is a league record. We are watching history.
At some point, if you're the red team, you have to just get out of your zone.
Well, you lost probably your best player, which really, really hurt.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about that.
And for the Lakers to still be in this game this is something they needed. In the very first game, they had 3 points going into the 4th quarter. The next game, they didn't do much better than that, a little bit. And it's just been a really big struggle for the Lakers. And to be playing like this today, it's got to lift their spirits. So Zach Martin's going to come into the game. Hoover missed it. But boy,
Chance at redemption.
Christian Horst and Amir Maxwell stepping up today. Just, listen, they always had it inside of them. It's just something need to pull it out. It's great to see. Hoover, there goes Jedi. I have never seen Christian Horst this aggressive on the offense. And if he discovers what he can do, boy, watch out.
That's his coach.
Yes, Coach Slaughter. Assistant Coach Good. Eberly. There's Kirkner. Mason underneath. There's an interesting Euro step there. There's Hoover. Jedi stops. And timeout called. So we'll be back right after this dribbling lesson.
Just do these things for 5 minutes a day for the next 30 days. So the first thing we're doing is simple pounds with the right hand, 30 seconds. Pound it as hard as you can. Try to keep it right here at about knee level, maybe below your knee. Next, left hand, pound 30 seconds, same thing. All right, next, we're doing just right in front of you, right here. Again, it's okay if you have to look down, find the ball. It's okay if you mess up. Arm getting tired, keep pushing. Next, working on crossovers, basic move here. It's all about rhythm. Now the last one, we're really challenging ourselves. We're going a minute, cross between behind, cross between behind, cross between behind. Whole minute.
All right, Jeff Russell back here with Ronan Casey and Charles Babb on the camera. And a 5-point Celtic lead. And the Lakers have come alive, and a lot to do with this man, Amir Maxwell. And a 3-point game. Kirkner to the left, back to the right. Drives around Horst. They're gonna call Christian. And the crowd doesn't like it. Christian just standing flat-footed, reached out with his arm.
It's important in that situation, just go straight up, stay straight up. Because if you don't move, like, he's so much taller than everyone else that the mere presence of him could block the shot for him. He doesn't have to even touch the ball. But if you foul him, you bail him out, give him chances to make both free throws. And, missed the first one.
Kirkner misses the first, so the foul paying off. 2:10 left to go in the game. Kirkner missed. Torrance comes down with it, a big rebound. King. Got it to Eberly. Brody for his 8-3. In and out, no good. Here's Kirkner. Using Fidel as a screen. Torrance in no rush at all. Ronan, do you drain the clock, only up 3?
You don't want to just drain the clock, but you definitely want to use as much of the clock as you can to get the best possible shot. Because if you take 40 seconds here and get a layup, go up 5 with a minute left, that's kind of where you want to be.
And now it's stolen by Hoover. Hoover on a 2-on-1. Watkins got back there. They're going to get Torrance here. Brody reminds me a lot of Drew Weaver. What do you think of the comparison?
Yeah, that's a really good comparison, actually.
Drew, fast, good
Drew
player.
was a lefty, though, right?
Yes, he was. Drew was on that championship 2022 Rocket team.
That's right, he was.
And he also was on the Nets team that took down the Pistons last year. Here's King. Missed it. Amir.
What a rebound.
Still a 3-point game. Maxwell's going to take it himself. Maxwell drives past Torrance. We got a 1-point game, folks.
You know what grade number 14 in blue is? Brody, you said?
Brody Torrance has the ball now.
What grade?
Here's King. That's no good. Torrance to Eberly. 54 seconds. Brody is an 8th grader.
8th grader, wow, Jeff.
He's got a whole nother year left. Maxwell underneath, hammered.
Brutal
So with 42 seconds, Maxwell's going to go to the line, give it a chance to give his team the lead.
Timeout.
We got a timeout.
Jab step.
All right, let's learn about the jab step, folks.
Right
Pay
now,
attention.
We're going to talk about the fundamentals of the jab step. All right, now the jab step starts after a good base with the establishment of a pivot foot. And I can spin around like a top, but the good news is you can move in any direction with your other foot. When I do the jab step, I'm going to jab, and the defender is so scared of my driving ability that he takes a step back. I know that if I step back, I have created a tremendous amount of space to get my jump shot off.
All right, Jeff Russell back here with Ronan Casey and Charles Babb on the camera. And Amir Maxwell had a chance to tie the game right there. 3 people are having a career game today. Brody Torrance with 7 3-pointers. Amir and Christian Horst having their best game at Upward. And a chance to tie it. He does. A huge foul shot. 42 seconds ago, Torrance. Amir Maxwell has just stepped up, folks. And it's stolen. Hackenburg being harassed by Hoffmann, and they're going to get him. Well, good job by Jaxon Hackenburg.
So I know high school is doing 5 fouls as 2 free throws. Is that?
So this is now PIAA.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
There's no double bonus. So one more foul on the Celtics, and they will be in the penalty.
I think here you just got to get the ball to Amir. He's definitely playing the best one.
Almost stolen by Kirkner. Hoover to inbound. 33 seconds, tied at 33. Tack. Caden. Torrance careful not to foul. Hoover right side, looking. Maxwell's underneath, guarded. They got to get it to Maxwell. There's a mismatch underneath. And it's stolen by Brody Torrance with 20 seconds. Torrance triple team, got it to Kirkner. Missed the layup. It's loose. And somehow Kirkner came out with it with 10 seconds left. They got a foul. Kirkner in the lane, he's going to be fouled. And that is not a shooting foul. So that was their last foul to give. Both teams with 4 fouls. Kirkner to inbound with 7 seconds. Brody Torrance with a huge steal. Here's Norcini. Kane. It's loose. 3 seconds. Going to go the other way, but only 1 second showing on the clock. Torrance looks up into the sky. Not sure. Do they get to go to half court if they call timeout, Ronan? So Hackenburg doesn't know. It's his ball. Hackenburg needs to go to length of the floor. He got it to Maxwell. Amir at the buzzer. Almost.
But that waved it off too.
So we're going to go to overtime. We're going to stay here. Let's see what they're going to decide. If they're going to go to overtime, we're tied at 33.
I imagine they'll give him like 2 minutes.
2-minute overtime.
I imagine that's probably what they'll do.
One of the most famous overtimes were the Sixers-Lakers 2021. Coach Hertzler and Coach Casey went into overtime.
That's right. Ended the tie. No points were scored.
As it ended in a 31-31 tie. Evan Buck had a chance to win that game at the line.
Oh, they're giving 80 minutes of overtime.
So Horst is going to tip with Eberly. Schans and Martin on the bench. Concepcion, King, Hoffmann, and Norcini on the bench for the Celtics.
I would have liked to see the Lakers have a better possession there at the end they've been scoring under the basket the whole game, and they're trying to go from the corner to the top of the key to end it. But I don't know. I just feel like if I'm the coach of the Lakers, I just want a better, at least a better look.
Torrance looking for his 8th three-pointer. Musser didn't see it, and we're going to go the other way. Miscommunication. And that's a break the Lakers needed. Lakers looking for their first victory of the season. This is all without Damian Perry. Tack underneath the Horst. Christian's going to be fouled. Ronan, do the fouls count carry over?
They should. We'll see.
So right,
they do.
So the fouls did carry over, so now they're in the penalty, the Celtics. Horst is going to shoot 2 regardless.
No, the Lakers are in the penalty. Or the
Lakers are in the bonus.
Yeah.
So that won't matter here. So with 1:42 in overtime. Stay tuned, folks. Coach Eric Stark and the Jazz coming up next. The Lakers would love to win this one. Christian Horst to continue his career day. Gives the Lakers the lead. And they were down big early on and stormed back. Torrance to Eberly. Benjamin from 8 feet, no good. Jedi Hoover comes down with it, he's gonna go. He's got Torrance right there, better slow down. Underneath looking for Maxwell. Amir has it, blocked by Eberly. Christian Horst tried to save it. Benjamin Eberly with a huge block. We're not going to give him a ceremonious rejection, but it was a huge block. So Noel will inbound with a 1-point Laker lead. Yes, you are hearing that right. Lakers have took the lead.
A lot of it came down to just taking good quality shots and making their free throws.
And Kirkner took an elbow to the nose. Amir's helping him up. It was accidental, folks.
Yeah, that's actually, they're going to shoot free throws there.
They are going to call a flagrant foul.
No. It's
now an intentional.
They're in the bonus.
Okay, so they're going to go to the line regardless. Well, it's not a technical, so.
I think Brad Slaughter was saying that might have been a.
That's what Slaughter's calling for.
Oh, I just saw it on the replay. Definitely had some validity to calling that a flop, but.
Kirkner was looking for blood on his nose. And Kirkner ties it. A huge foul shot. With 1:18, Kirkner missed it in and out. Horst grabs it. Tack got it to Maxwell. Amir, a floater, missed it. Torrance comes down with it. Amir poked at it, it's loose, and he got it back. What a play, Amir Maxwell. They're going to call a travel. Ronan, what'd you see there?
It looked like Brody stopped the ball in his hand. From at least my perspective, it should have been a dunk.
You are allowed to come down with it if there's a hand on it. Is that correct?
No. The ball has to be out of your hands. But if you go up with it and
Eberly missed.
The defender puts their hand on it and you both are pushing in opposite directions, it's a jump ball. Which it looked like that's what it was to me. But.
We got our first overtime timeout. And we'll be back right after this.
To be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. Most of you won't be successful because when you're studying and you get tired, you quit. I don't do well in math. You're right. You ain't never studied. I'm not good in writing because you have never written before. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft.
All right, we're back. Tied at 34, 51 seconds left. We are in overtime. And we will not be going to another overtime. Here's Hackenburg, who had a huge play earlier. Stolen by Torrance. Brody gonna pull. Missed everything. Hoover comes down with 41 seconds. Jedi double team. He needs help and stolen again by Torrance. An easy layup. All Hoover's teammates deserted him. There's another steal, but it's going to stay to the Lakers. So a 2-point game.
One thing that the Lakers really struggle with is that they don't have like a guard, like someone they can give the ball to in the fourth or overtime.
They need help again to press. Got it to Hoover. Jedi with Torrance behind him. He's got to be careful. He lost it. Brody is just terrorizing the Lakers right now. No foul so far. Hoover's doing everything he can. Maybe if he pulled a hammer out. And Ronan, did they call a carry?
No, they called it backcourt. He went backcourt once. They didn't
Backcourt violation on Kirkner, and that's going to give the Lakers the ball. The Lakers caught a huge break.
You have to go to Amir here. His athleticism is the only reason they're even in the game right now.
Hoover's going to inbound. Jedi to Tack. Underneath Eberly. Benjamin, no foul. 8 seconds. Anne-Marie calls time. So not sure. Anne-Marie wants to talk it over. We're going to stay right here. So you're up 2 with 7 seconds.
Can't you just stand there and just get fouled? Because you have 10 seconds to cross the half-court line.
Ronan, did you see any fouls by the Lakers that were not called?
Oh, I wasn't looking for that.
Hoover was close, but I don't think he was trying to foul.
Yeah, it looked like he was just trying to get the ball back. The Lakers really need DAMIAN, not because of how tall he is, but because he has like a presence handling the ball.
Oh, they absolutely could use DAMIAN right now, no doubt about it. The press is killing the Lakers. They've been double and triple teamed the ball handlers, but no help. All right, a 2-point game. Blue leads, and they got 7 seconds to kill. No foul. They got a foul. Hackenburg, no foul. Now they foul. I don't know what took the ref so long. With 2 seconds left, you got to do it. I don't know what you got to do without being called for a technical. You have to make a play at the ball.
Usually just smacking them on the arm is good enough, but it wasn't right there.
I mean, Ronan, from what you saw, were they trying to foul?
It definitely looked like it. Well, the kid that was trying to foul was definitely trying to foul. And they just didn't foul.
So 2 seconds left. Eberly at the line. They may be able to get a shot off if they immediately get in position. Eberly missed. Maxwell has it. 1 second left, and that's it.
That would have been something, wouldn't it?
So your final, 36-34. Congratulations to Anne-Marie. And player of the game, Brody Torrance, for his 3rd player of the game of the year. Stay tuned, folks.